Today's question makes me want to go in, okay? The question is, how do you overcome the fear of hope? Now that is deep. When you have fear and you're afraid to hope, that's a whole other level of bondage and hopelessness that I hopefully will be able to shatter in the next few minutes. They go on to say, when you are too scared to hope that one day you will also find a partner. You see, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Fear is false evidence appearing real. Fear is the opposite of faith. You see, faith is the fuel that we need. Faith is the thing that says, yes, I believe God will do what he said he will do. Therefore, I will do what he asked me to do in order to achieve the end of what he's promised. Okay? Now, when it comes to something like finding a partner, we're not in control. And there's always a fear that happens when we're not in control. But let me give you hope in this instance. First of all, Adam received a mate without ever asking God for one. So God doesn't really need your hope or your faith when it comes to a mate. He only needs you to respond when he presents you to the mate that he has called into your life, that he's presenting you to. That's when you've got to press past your fear of being rejected or all of those things from your past that have hung up your other relationships. You've got to have the faith. Faith says, yes, I believe, therefore I will follow the instruction of God so that his promise can be fully manifested in my life. You see, Abraham believed God, and it was counted to him for righteousness, which is right standing with God, which led to peace and joy, okay? But it also gave Abraham the energy he needed to sleep with Sarah one more time at the age of 101. They probably hadn't done anything for a while, to be perfectly honest, because it was like, oh, well, that's past us now. But when God said, oh, no, I'm going to do this thing for you and Sarah, that means you've got to get together one more time. So faith makes you do what needs to be done to obtain the promise, okay? So when it comes to a partner, though, the only thing you need to do is show up by faith. Be who you are. Be you. Okay, and follow the instructions of God if he gives you something special or interesting to do. So now, just because you don't feel in control of the timing of when you meet that mate doesn't mean that God isn't able to deliver a mate to you. See, Adam didn't ask God for a mate. God decided when it was time for Adam to have a mate. And then he put Adam to sleep. So God requires us to be in a state of rest anyway, in order to do it and do it well. You know, when God is matchmaking, it's about creating power couples for the kingdom. It's not just about your personal enjoyment. Okay, so he picks very carefully. He's very selective of how he puts people together. And he waits for both of those people to be ready and aligned. And so right now he's probably working on your mate and he's working on you. And at the perfect time, he will bring you together and there will be an organic coming together that makes you both know, like Adam did when he woke up, this is bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh. And I would just caution you and tell you not to pick your mate, to allow your mate to pick you, because that is divine spiritual order. So as you trust God and say, God, I know you got this, let it go. Marriage shouldn't be a goal. Marriage should be an inspiration. When you meet that person that adds so much to your life, you decide you want to spend the rest of your life with that person. Until then, the desire for marriages leads to frustration because it's not the season for it. And there's nothing more frustrating than wanting something that you can't attain. So let's release that back to God. Trust him with the desires of your heart, and in the right period and the right time, he'll present you to your Mr. Right. Hey, if that helped you today, why not like and subscribe to my YouTube channel and share it with a friend? See you next time.